Hello Twin Flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to your daily energy read. As we're fast approaching the full moon in Pisces, which in this case is also going to be the partial lunar eclipse, today I want to dedicate this reading to the lunar eclipse. So we're going to basically see we're going to answer the questions for each of the twin collectives on what are we releasing, what are we leaving behind. That's the major theme for this lunar eclipse in Pisces. The second question is going to be, what are we opening the doors to? And mind that this door is going to be open for the duration of the eclipse gateway, which is going to last till October 2nd when the solar eclipse takes place, and that's going to be ending that active gateway of change. And the third question is going to be about specifically this connection. How is it impacting the dynamic between the twins? Okay, so I guess the third question is going to be generic one for both masculines and feminines. Let's start first with an oracle message. As always. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze, maybe not. Having some kind of allergic reaction the last 24 hours. I did travel to a different part of my state, so that could be it. Oh boy. Okay, let's get a message for divine feminines first of all. Of course, do not forget to like the reading and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. We're doing exciting things here. I'm posting videos with daily updates on a daily basis. So join in. Kindred partnership. Wow, look at that. This is kindred spirit and the soulmate energy. It doesn't have to be romantic per se, right? But since we're doing a twin flame reading, kind of hinting at that. Or you could be reuniting with somebody or finding your soulmate in terms of friendship, in terms of professional partnership, somebody who you really feel like you're kindred spirits with. And just by being in the presence of each other, you're already going to be encouraging and empowering each other. That's what I'm hearing here. Very beautiful. Masculines, you've got angels of the four directions in the spirit sections. This is east, west, north, and south, right? So those are also the energies you can work with. You're basically on the crossroads between the four. And I'm hearing whichever direction you choose, you can find happiness there. It's more about the what than where. And each of it is going to be almost like its own timeline, which is going to bring in important experiences for you. So choose wisely. No pressure. Okay, I'm going to use the Steampunk Tarot today for the main read. Okay, I'm already having cards flip out. Flip out. They flip out on us. And then one for the last one. The Wheel of Fortune. Yes, the destiny is unfolding at this time. We are being brought back into alignment with the divine, into our path, into our mission and purpose, and into our connection with our twin flame. Knight of Swords, look at that. Communication is coming through of what is the divinely guided path, right? Or it could also be communication on what lessons have we been learning in the last karmic cycle, or even a few of them, right? It's kind of the part of the whole full moon concept, is that we gain that information, right? The moon illuminates the energies, the situation to us. And when it's going to be partially covered with the eclipse, let me get this for you. It will be partially covered, and of course, that light would be hidden for a little while, and then it's going to appear again, right? And in that time when it's going to be darkened, it's almost going to be, it's going to emphasize that contrast, right? And it's going to bring in even more epiphanies, insights to you. So what are we releasing? What are we putting behind us? Feminines. By the way, on my Mindful Bamboo channel, I am going to be posting, maybe I already posted by the time that you get this message, the messages for each zodiac sign for this eclipse. So if you want to drill down even deeper, or maybe see a message for as a cross watcher for somebody else, definitely this is the way to go. If I don't forget, I'll try to link it in the comments so you guys can go straight to it, and it will have timestamps as always, so you can find out more. The Sun and the Nine of Pentacles. Yes, speaking about what are we putting behind us? Sun and Nine of Pentacles. We're putting behind doubt in ourselves, that we are the creators of our own happiness, right? We're putting behind the belief that somehow we are dependent on all these different circumstances, so somehow our happiness depends on our significant other, somebody else that's close to us, and whether their life is going well or whether they see us, right? Sun is about being seen, right? So your happiness does not depend on it. And this is what we're putting behind us, so we can regain this power. Masculines. Three of Swords clarified by the Hermit. So this is quite literally, we're putting behind, the masculines are putting behind the fixation on certain events of the past that brought a lot of pain to them, right? This lack of understanding where you keep replaying it. And by the way, the episode I recorded, the episode that came out on Friday night, this last one of Mindfully Awake, which is already in the playlist, and there is a link to that playlist in the description box, is about letting go. Letting go both towards the past and towards the future. Deeply recommend, can I say that? I highly recommend. There's a difference, right? Going deep or high. I highly recommend watching that. You understand more specifically what I'm talking about, because in this reading I won't have the time to go into the depths of what it means, the examples of it, and why it's important to leave this behind, to stop the rumination. It's called rumination, right? When we are replaying old stories in the attempt, our brain is attempting to understand, right? But it doesn't work that way. Like, the process itself is not gonna bring in the healing. What are we opening the doors to? Feminines. Six of Pentacles clarified by Three of Swords. We already have a synchronicity here, right? Dealing with the heart pain. So feminines are bringing in the possibility of having a more balanced and equal relationship or relationships with other people, right? Where this heartache in the past actually taught you a lot about why is it important and how to recognize it one way or the other, how to recognize when it's balanced, how to recognize when it's disbalanced, like early signs, not when it's too late and your heart has already been broken, right? But we open the door to, first of all, healthy relationships. That after healing our heart, we're able to do that going forward, right? And now we know how to tell, and that's going to change the story completely. Masculines. The Hierophant clarified by Eight of Cups. It's very interesting how this card's manifested in the reading, but anyway. So masculines are opening up the idea of them having the power of leadership, and I don't just mean leadership skills, but being, how do I say this? Having the knowledge and the experience to be in the leadership position in terms of being a master teacher, in terms of teaching others about life. And maybe at first it will just, it's going to be a lot about their own story, and it's about the overcomings and sometimes escaping responsibility, and sometimes having to make hard decisions to leave something or someone important behind, right? So it will seem kind of a little sad and maybe on the more of a revelation than teaching, but it will teach people. It will get them inspired, and you will get them as your followers, right? Like they'll get interested, right? They'll want to learn more. That's what the masculines are bringing in. Like having intuitively that skill to tell the story in a way that it will be inspiring, that it will be engaging for people, and it will resonate with them and their hardships in life. What is this eclipse doing for the connection? How is it changing things in the dynamic? We have Queen of Swords clarified by Ace of Cups. It's about having a nice combination of emotions and of solid communication, right? So it's bringing in this beautiful connection in terms of building emotional intimacy. That's what I'm getting here, right? Like understanding that love between twins is not definitely not just about physical intimacy. It's also not about I don't know, splitting up budget or family responsibilities or taking care of children, right? It's all of that as well, but the important part to lay the baseline is the emotional intimacy to build between the two, right? And as much as emotional intimacy sounds very much like the cups and that honesty and connection on the emotional level, but it also, it's not gonna be super valuable if you don't know how to communicate about it. And let's be honest, things aren't gonna be perfect. And that's, by the way, part of the experience that we have as twins, right? To be able to figure out what the principles are, what the templates are of a healthy relationship, of the true love concept, right? And a lot of times we learn that through having negative experiences first. But this is the point in time where Divine is saying you've had enough of those. You've had enough obstacles, you've had enough exams, tests, trials and tribulations where you were guessing yourself. And now it's time to apply those skills and, the experience and the learning that you have. Because it's not so easy to communicate in a healthy way compared to having feelings for someone, right? So this is embracing this craft and using it wisely, and understanding that healthy communication is the baseline of the ultimate love relationship. And it will work for any of your close relationships, by the way. It's just that it's magnified for us as twins through our twin flame connection, or through a high-level soulmate connection, if that's your story at the moment. So it still applies. Okay, this was a reading about the lunar eclipse in Pisces. I hope this was useful for you guys. If so, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, bye.